In 35 minutes, Eric and Hattie have a rather unexpected visitor in Sykes. But first on BBC One, Frank Spencer wreaks more havoc in Some Mothers Do Have 'Em.
On BBC Two now, Part 8 of Empire Road. And here on BBC One, Robert Lindsay stars as Citizen Smith.
We begin with the staff at Grace Brothers in Are You Being Served? First, this week's look at the pop scene with Jimmy Savile.
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to Top of the Pops. And how are you this evening?
In 35 minutes on BBC One, Juliet Bravo with the concluding part of last week's story, in which Inspector Kate Longton has begun to suspect that Sergeant Beck may be partly responsible for a man's death in police custody. Before that, 4 more contestants face the quick-fire quizzing of Bob Monkhouse in Bob's Full House.
In 10 minutes on BBC One, the start of a new serial Doom Castle, Neil Munro's adventure story set in 18th century Scotland. First, the news from Richard Baker.
Back to this evening, and on BBC One in just under 4 minutes, Donald Sinden continues his discovery of English churches. That's except for viewers in Scotland, where Ian Grimble continues his investigation into who are the Scots. Here on 2 now, 2 intrepid mobile cops in the persons of Laurel and Hardy take us on a midnight patrol.
Well, as you may know, Joyce Grenfell died at the end of November, but we felt that she would have wanted us to show that programme one of her last appearances. On BBC One now, Michael Parkinson's guests in a special show for the late part of Christmas Day include Tommy Cooper and Dame Edna Everage. Here on 2, in a few moments, Liza Minnelli, Joel Grey and Michael York in Cabaret.
And a little competition right now on BBC One. The rules are strictly winner takes all, and the game is Dynasty. In 15 minutes, we take up the story of A Town Like Alice, episode 2 in the 4-part serialisation of the book by Neville Shute. Then at 10:45, it's Olympic Grandstand once again, taking us well through into Sunday morning to see athletics, swimming and gymnastics. Now it's 9:45. Jan Leeming and Michael Blakey have today's news and sport.
Derbyshire coal lorries are attacked. It's claimed to be a new campaign of violence.
This is BBC One. Now we revive a few memories from the early 1960s by showing an interlude film called Roadworks. The next celebratory interlude film was used as a children's sequence in the 1960s, Toy Fair, and you can see it at 4:10 this afternoon. Now, News Afternoon on BBC One with Richard Whitmore and Maura Stewart. It's 1 o'clock.
Thank you, Anne. It will continue very cold with a moderate or severe frost, giving icing conditions on many roads throughout tonight and tomorrow. There'll be clear periods tonight and sunny periods tomorrow, but scattered snow showers are likely. Temperatures will range from -3 centigrade near Oxford to -7 in central districts. Tomorrow will be close to freezing all day. Winds will be light westerly. And that's the forecast.